Let's talk about quercetin and what it did for me. Anyways, the old coot here, coming back at you with another exciting video. I do want to preface this one, like I do with most supplemental type videos like this. Please go to your doctor, right? Remember, this video is intended for entertainment purposes only. I'm just giving you my experience with this. So go to your doctor. It even says on the back of the bottle, right? As directed by your healthcare professional, consult your healthcare provider prior to use of the supplement. So, with that being said, remember, you and you alone should be responsible with your doctor's opinion, advice, guidance, etc. for your specific situation, right? So, here we go. So, this is my experience with it. Here's what it looks like, right? It's got a little bit of a yellow tinge to it because of the quercetin. Here's what the pills look like as compared to the size of a penny. This particular product is made by Sandus. I think it's how you pronounce it, Sandhus. Third-party lab tested, research-based. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. Take your screenshots. Magnesium glycinate. So the reason why I'm looking for the perfect magnesium glycinate, or at least the best bang for the buck, right? Highest quality, lowest price, but also the one that's going to do what it says it's supposed to do. The reason why I'm looking for magnesium was to help with sleep, right? As a sleep aid. This particular one came with quercetin, right? With added quercetin. Here's what the supplemental facts look like if you want to go ahead and check that out. So magnesium, right? It says coming from 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. Then it says amount per serving 72. If someone could explain that to me, that would be awesome. It says serving size is one capsule. On the front of the bottle, it says 400 milligrams per capsule. So I don't know, make up your mind. Anyways, with that being said, quercetin as quercetin dihydrate, right? 50 milligrams. There you go, Japanese Sephora japonica. There you go, flower buds extract. Okay, so and that's the other ingredients. Take your screenshots, whatever. And as mentioned before, make sure you go to your doctor. Don't just listen to someone on YouTube. So here is my experience with this. I've taken this now for about 5 days, right? 5 nights. And the first night taking it, I noticed that I had a little bit of restlessness, right? Second night taking it, I try to take a little bit before. So like normally I would take my magnesium about an hour before bedtime. The second night I took it maybe, I think it was like 3 hours before bedtime. Same thing. Still had a little bit of restlessness, basically kept me up at night. So the third day I was like, wait a second, let me take this midday and see what happens. I started noticing that my appetite went up, right? It made me hungry. So one of the things that quercetin in the limited research that I've done on this, one of the things that it's supposedly said to do is it's supposed to help with hypothyroidism, meaning it's supposed to make your thyroid work better, function more correctly, right? That's one camp. Another camp says that maybe it's an anti-inflammatory, right? Another camp says it's supposed to help with like helping you if you have allergies, if you're trying to combat that kind of stuff, seasonal allergies, whatever the case may be. In my specific case, right, this is just after taking it for 5 days. I've been having to take this earlier and earlier and earlier in the day. I'll say this much. Originally, I wanted to take the magnesium as a sleep aid, right, to help me to sleep. But I noticed that when I was taking it at night, it kept me up. So how much did it keep me up? Maybe 4 or 5 hours the first night. The second night, because I took it earlier, I think it kept me up for 3 hours. Then the third day, fourth day, fifth day, when I started taking it, now I just take it mid-morning. I'll say this much. The magnesium is kind of like a little calming, if that's true. But the quercetin, I think it's what it is. Because right now, I'm trying not to mix and match other things. I'm trying to stay consistent with what I eat. So I'm solely contributing the quercetin to increased appetite, right? More active. I would say it's almost acting like or as if I had taken caffeine. And I really don't like to take a lot of caffeine. So that's what I think. I think that the quercetin in my specific situation is basically making my thyroid work more efficiently, maybe helping with the appetite. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to continue to take it. We'll see how that goes. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just my specific situation. What I do is I take it about mid-morning or so, give or take, like definitely before 11 a.m. Kind of helps me through the rest of the day to stay, I guess in a more relaxed state because of the magnesium, but also yet a little hungrier. So got to be careful with this one and try not to snack between meals like I'm tempted to do. So there you go. But anyways, with that being said, that's just my experience with it. So you'll have to do your own research. You have to talk to your doctor about your specific situation. If quercetin or magnesium glycinate or the two together is something that is good for your situation, like I said, talk to your doctor, right? Remember, as directed by your healthcare professional, consult your healthcare provider. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. Anyways, if you are interested, there are links down below in the description, also in the comment section. Like I said, further testing needs to be done on this to see what's going on. But everything, I know the questions are going to start coming in the comment section, which is great. Comment down below if you have any questions. But for what it's worth, consistent eating, right? I haven't changed what I eat. That's all been the same. Consistent wake up time, consistent go to sleep time, consistent days, right? Everything's been consistent. The only addition was adding this to the mix. And my experience, the quick summary, fast forward to this part in the video, my consistent results have been that increased appetite, right? And I do get a little bit of, I guess, a more relaxed mood when I take this mid-morning. But does it help with sleep, like a sleep aid? The jury's kind of out on that one. I would say that earlier in the day I've been taking this, right? Like pre 11 a.m. in the morning, then I can go ahead and get a restful night's sleep at night. But if I had to choose, if I had to pick one or the other or whatever the case may be, I'd rather just get the magnesium glycinate on its own without the quercetin. And I think my experience, or at least I can say that, let me rephrase that. My experience with taking magnesium glycinate on its own without the quercetin, just magnesium glycinate on its own, has helped me to fall asleep, stay asleep for longer. So if you want to sleep, you want a restful night's sleep, my advice, talk to your doctor. Let your doctor kind of pick and choose what works best for you in your specific situation. Anyways, with that being said, there's the yellow tint from the quercetin. There's what it looks like compared to a penny. I'm the Old Coot. I'll catch you all in the next exciting video.